Bielek, Montauk Project lore. After the war, the United States quietly funneled dozens of German scientists into the heart of Long Island, placing them at Brookhaven National Laboratory, a facility known publicly for particle physics and nuclear medicine. But according to Bielek, this was only the surface story. Behind locked doors and unmarked corridors, these scientists continued the same fringe research they had pursued in Germany. Experiments in manipulating time, bending electromagnetic fields, and probing the boundaries of human consciousness. Brookhaven became their new sandbox, a place where exotic theories could unfold without interruption. Surrounded by state-of-the-art equipment and backed by a government eager to absorb any technological advantage, they pushed deeper into time travel mathematics, psychic amplification, and the earliest prototypes of mind control devices. For nearly 2 decades, hidden in plain sight, they transformed Brookhaven into the true birthplace of what would eventually become the Montauk Project. Move to Montauk Point, Bielek. When the government finally noticed the words mind control appearing in Brookhaven's reports, the reaction was swift and severe. Funding evaporated overnight. Oversight committees panicked at the idea of scientists wielding technology that could bend thoughts or erase memories. Forced out, the team began searching for a secluded location, somewhere remote, hidden, forgotten, and they found it on the far edge of Long Island, Fort Hero. A decommissioned military base swallowed by forest and whipping Atlantic winds. Its abandoned bunkers and Cold War radar systems made it the perfect cover. As official military presence faded, the scientists quietly moved in, repurposing the Sage radar tower, carving new tunnels beneath the earth, and laying the foundation for a new and far more secret chapter of their work. Montauk Point became their sanctuary, an island of secrecy at the edge of the map.
I need to tell you about what Bielek claimed happened next at Montauk, and it involves visitors from other worlds. According to him, the project didn't just expand with human scientists. Reportedly, engineers from Sirius A showed up, tall grays with their own agendas. Even a draconian overseer, allegedly. These beings brought mathematics humans couldn't comprehend, technology for folding space, stabilizing wormholes. Now, whether any of this happened is another question. But in Bielek's version, Montauk became something unprecedented, a crossroads where human ambition, extraterrestrial engineering, and shadow government authorities supposedly collided. Different species, different agendas, all contributing to reshape reality itself. That's the claim.
Montauk Project insider Bielek describes the construction of the time tunnel. With alien mathematics and decades of German research behind them, the Montauk team began building something unprecedented. A functioning time-space tunnel. The early experiments were crude and dangerous, conducted through the Sage radar dish, which blasted electromagnetic waves into carefully modulated patterns. Subjects were burned, equipment vanished, and entire experiments dissolved into static. But underground, deeper and more elaborate machinery took shape. Delta-T antennas embedded in bedrock, cryogenic amplifiers, and a labyrinth of computer systems that stitched frequencies into a passageway through time. Eventually, the tunnel stabilized. It widened. It responded. And then, for the first time, it allowed people and objects to pass through, to distant planets, ancient history, or futures yet unwritten. Montauk was no longer just a research base. It had become a gateway.
The Montauk Chair and Psychic Amplification. At the heart of Montauk's breakthroughs was a single device, the Montauk Chair. It looked simple, a reclined seat surrounded by coils and sensor arrays, but it was far more than equipment. It was a psychic amplifier. A human subject trained using classified techniques would lie back and enter a controlled trance. Their thoughts, filtered into computer-readable language, were captured by antennas that mapped consciousness in 3 dimensions. With enough focus and conditioning, a psychic could project shapes into existence. Objects formed purely from thought. As the technology advanced, these projections evolved into coordinates, then vortices, then fully navigable tunnels through time and space. Duncan Cameron, Bielek's alleged psychic partner, became the primary operator, turning inner thought into external reality. The chair, more than any other device, transformed Montauk from theory into power.
Al Bielek on reality manipulation and timeline alteration. As the technology matured, Montauk shifted from exploration to experimentation. With access to different points in time, the team allegedly began testing alternate outcomes. What if a battle turned differently? What if a leader never rose to power? What if crucial moments in history were nudged, adjusted, or erased? According to Bielek, these experiments revealed unsettling truths. That reality is malleable, that timelines can fold and overwrite themselves, and that history books may be nothing more than snapshots of whichever version survived. Subjects returned with stories of worlds that didn't match their memories, futures that contradicted past events, and histories that changed without warning. Montauk was no longer just a window into time. It became a tool to sculpt it, a device that could remake the past and, by extension, reshape the present.